Fifth grade, chapter 8, lesson 1, investigate. Or divide fractions and whole numbers. Investigate. Materials that you need fraction strips. Mia walks a 2-mile fitness trail. She stops to exercise every 1/5 mile. How many times does Mia stop to exercise? Draw a number line from 0 to 2. Divide the number line into fifths. Label each 1/5 on your number line. So do they already have these broken into fifths for us? Yes. So this the first check mark would be 1/5. What's the next one? 2/5. What's the next one? 3/5. What's the next one? Next, this is 1, and then 1 and 1/5. Next one. Next one. Next one. So now they want us to skip count by fifths from 0 to 2 to find 2 divided by 1/5. So basically we're going to draw loops. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then that's where we need to land. So how many 1/5s are in 2 holes? 10. So I just did 10 loops. You can use the relationship between multiplication and division to explain and check your solution. So record and check the quotient. 2 divided by 1/5 equals 10 because 10 times 1/5 equals 2. So Mia stops to exercise 10 times. Letter B. Roger has 2 yards of string. He cuts the string into pieces that are 1/3 yard long. How many pieces of string does Roger have? Model 2 using 2 whole strip fractions. So you guys don't have out your fraction pieces, but you could still draw that, right? Okay. So you have 2 whole strip pieces, right guys? So go ahead and draw that on your paper. So here's 1. And here's 1. How many 1/3 pieces does it take to make up 1 whole? 3. So I draw another bar underneath here and break it into 3 pieces. And there's 1/3 in each piece. So if it took 3 for that one, it would take 3 for this one, right? Oh, and I messed up my drawing. So 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So how many of those 1/3 pieces did it take to make up 2 wholes? 6. So there are 6 1/3 size pieces in 2 wholes. Record and check the quotient. So 2 divided by 1/3 equals 6 because 6 times 1/3 equals 2. So Roger has 6 pieces of string. Draw conclusions. When you divide a whole number by a fraction, how does the quotient compare to the dividend? Explain. The quotient is greater than the dividend. When I divide the whole number by the fraction, I am finding how many pieces it takes to make a whole. Number 2, explain how knowing the number of fifths in 1 can help you find the number of fifths in 2. By knowing the number of fifths in 1, I can multiply by 2 to find the number of fifths in 2. Number 3, describe how you would find 4 divided by 1/5. We know 5 1/5 size pieces are in 1, so we would take 5 times 4, which equals 20. Make connections. You can use fraction strips to divide a fraction by a whole number. Talia shares half of a package of clay equally among herself and each of 2 friends. What fraction of the whole package of clay will each friend get? So place a 1/2 strip under a 1 whole strip to show the half package of clay. So they already did that for you, right? They have their whole and then their half. Then underneath it, you're going to have 3 fraction strips, all of which are the same denominator that fit exactly underneath there. So basically, can we say that this is 1/3? three 1/3 size pieces would fit under 1/2?
No.
No. Okay. Because underneath what three 1/3 size pieces equals what, guys?
1.
1. And we don't want 1, we want half. So if we know it can't be 1/3 and we know it needs to be half of that, what would be half of 1/3, guys? 1/6. Okay? So 1/6 could go here. And then would that make sense? If I did 1/6 3 more times, would that equal 1?
Yes.
Yes. Okay? So each piece is 1/6 of the whole. Record and check the quotient. Half. 1/2 divided by 3 is 1/6 because 1/6 times 3 equals 1/2. So does that work?
Yes.
Yes. So each friend will get 1/6 of the whole package of play. Share and show. Divide and check the quotient. So we have 3 whole 1 pieces, and then they have 1/3 under each one. So how many 1/3 pieces do they have there total, guys? 9. So 3 divided by 1/3 equals 9 because 9 times 1/3 equals 3. Does that make it true? Yes. Okay, then they gave us the number line again. So what label should I write for each tick mark? So what are we dividing by? 1/6. So each one of those tick marks should be what? 1/6. Because you're not right. Small. And then I keep going on, right, guys? But basically, we would loop it through, right? So I loop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, because I need to make it to 3, right? So, what would that be? How many loops did I do?
18.
18. So 3 divided by 1/6 equals 18 because 18 times 1/6 equals 3. So does that make sense? Yeah, so 18 is correct. Now over here, they gave us 1 whole piece, 1/4 of a piece, and then they broke underneath that, they said 2 1/8 size pieces would make 1/4. And now they want 2 wholes, right guys? So technically, if you were going to draw this out, you would have to have a whole nother full piece, a whole bunch more 1/4 size pieces, and a whole bunch more 1/8 size pieces, right? Okay, so, but is that how they set it up? No. This time, did they put their whole number first? Nope. They put their fraction first, then they divided by their whole number. Okay? So, basically, they flipped it on us, right? So do they need a littler number or a bigger number? A littler number. Okay? So, basically, what was the smallest piece we got here? 1/8. So if I took 1/8 times 2, would I get 1/4? Yes. If you simplified, you get 1/4. Number 4, divide, draw a number line, or use fraction strips. So basically, we have 1 whole, and then they want us to divide that by 1/3. So how many 1/3 size pieces does it take to get 1 whole?
3.
3. Now, there is an easier way to do this. Okay, 1, I would say this would be 1/1, right? Then I would say divided by 1/3. What you can do to find what the answer is, you can do the reciprocal, but you can only do the reciprocal to the second term, okay? or to the dividend. All right? So all the reciprocal means is you flip the second term, all right, or the dividend. So I would write 1 over 1 times 3 over 1, and then did I still get 3? Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so the next one, I have 1 whole, and how many 4 size pieces does it take to make 1 whole? 4. So I'm going to draw that. So then they want 3 though. So we said it took 4 4 size pieces, but now I have to take that 4 times 3 and get 12. Now, if I was going to work this as a problem, I'd write what, guys? 3 over 1 divided by 1/4, right? But now, you guys know how to multiply, right? So what do you need to use? The reciprocal, right? Which means to flip the second term, right? So 3 over 1 times what?
4 over 1.
4 over 1. And does that still get me 12? All right, let's look at number 6. So we have divided by 2, but we have 1/5 divided by 2, right? So they have the quotient being smaller than the dividend. So we're going to draw like number 3 up here. So I'm going to draw 1 whole, and then how many 1/5 size pieces? It would take 5, right? But basically, okay, so it would take 5 of those. How many 1/10, right, would go in each one of those? So that would be our answer, is 1/10, right? Because you would have to take one of your 1/5 pieces divided by 2, and it would take 2 1/10 size pieces to get you 1/5, right? Okay. But now if I'd work that this way, if I'd write 1/5 divided by what, guys? 2 over 1. And then now I want to take its what? Reciprocal, right? So I do 1/5 times what? 1/2. And I would get 1/10. All right. So you guys are going to do 7 through 12.